Hello, everybody. This is Oski, and Fortnite just dropped their first part to the two-part Fortnite Mares update we're getting this season. In this first part, we got a lot of great things. It's not so much Halloween focused, but more so K-pop Demon Hunters focus. So they're the center of this update. And by the way, it's one of my favorite animated movies ever. One of my favorite movies in general. Super obsessed with the music, the characters. Great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. But let's talk about that. What did they add? Well, in this update, they added a new Horde Rush game mode. It's known as Demon Rush now, and it's themed around the K-pop Demon Hunters. So the fodder demons that they fight in that movie are actually the enemies in the Horde Rush now, instead of traditional Save the World enemies. Um, Other than that, though, there's a bunch of cool items in that game mode as well. There's a ghost Peely boss fight, which is a new skin, by the way. At the end of that Horde Rush, or it's Demon Rush is how it's known now. There's some other cool props and different assets that are related to K-pop Demon Hunters in there. So definitely recommend you go check that out. But what did they add to Battle Royale? Well, surprisingly, I did not realize they were going to do this. They added some different gameplay mechanics. So what did they add in terms of gameplay? Well, they added Mira's spicy ramyun, which is the ramyun they eat in the movie. I believe that's kind of like ramen, but a Korean version. Not 100% sure about that. I don't know that much about like Korean cuisine. But yeah, it gives you similar effects to what we've seen in the past. It'll give you a spicy chili effect, so you run a little bit faster. It also heal you, I believe, 25 health or shield. Not 100% on that, but yeah, it's basically just a healing consumable. It's nothing we haven't seen before. They also added Rumi's sword. So this is gonna be like a mythic slash movement, like kind of like the Infinity Blade. You can use this to jump around, slash people. Really cool. Good for movement. Really fun item, but maybe not the most practical. I feel like nowadays, if you're using one of these melee items, you're just gonna die, unless it's like one of the really overpowered ones we had this chapter. But yeah, pretty cool. Interestingly enough, though, it does not look like her actual pickaxe or the sword she has in the movie, so I'm a little bit confused about that. Clearly, they just remodeled something. But it also isn't the Infinity Blade, so I don't really know why it's a different model than both of those. But yeah, other than that, they also added a derpy Void Oni mask. So if you guys remember the Void Oni mask from the first season of this chapter, basically functions the same way, but it just has the blue tiger mascot from that movie as the face covering. And then finally, there's a Huntrix Golden Shield Bubble, which has their whole moon golden pattern around it. And it plays the song for the movie Golden while you're inside of it. It also heals you while you're inside of it. So a pretty unique change to shield bubbles. Definitely be really overpowered. You can hold up to 3 of them, I believe. And yeah, all the items are kind of just reskins of things we've already had before. So not that exciting, but this collab, did have a quick turnaround from the movie release. So you can't fault them too hard on that. Speaking of the quick turnaround, I want to talk about these cosmetics in the item shop now. So as you can see here, the bundle is 3,500 V-Bucks. I think that's really expensive for the amount of things you get. Many times we have bundles that are cheaper than this and you get way more emotes. But for some reason, we just get the 3 girl skins, their back blings, their pickaxes, and 1 emote, and it's Zoe's emote. And in my opinion, this is not a good emote. It's really quite boring. All it has is just a sound effect, and overall it's just, I don't know, not very exciting to me, and I wish they would have added some dance emotes, because the leakers were saying that they're going to. So I'm kind of waiting on those. They say they're still in the files. I don't know if that means that, they need more time to work on them. They just didn't get it finished, or if they're coming with wave 2 or something like that. We're going to kind of have to wait and see, but they said that we're going to get golden and how it's done. So if I don't get at least one of those emotes, I'm going to crash out, because the music is the best part of the movie, in my opinion, and many others. But yeah, other than that, some other disappointing things is no jam tracks. Like I just said, the music is the best part of the movie, and we don't have a single jam track, which is really, 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 really weird. I don't know if they just couldn't license the music in time or something like that. I hope that does come with Wave 2. We'll have to wait and see. Usually they don't add on to collaborations or do anything to alter them after they've already came out, like the first wave of them, I mean. Because another thing I would like for them to add is styles. I made a whole video about what they could have done for their skins, their cosmetics, their styles, everything. A ton of content they could have done. Clearly, this was rushed and they didn't have the time for all that, because what we got is really bare bones. Their skins don't have any styles, even though Rumi's whole character arc in the movie is about how she has these demon patterns that she learns to love and like let show by the end of the movie. And we don't get that with her skin. We don't even get an alternate style for that. So that's kind of ridiculous when that's the main message of the movie. I really don't feel like that would have been that hard to implement, and it could have been really cool to have it be music reactive, like glow more when you're on music. Such wasted potential, and that's unprecedented for Epic Games to go back and alter something like that. So I really don't think that they're going to do that, unfortunately. Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, they all could have had styles. They all should have had their stealth costumes or their comfy outfits, because they spent a lot of the movie not in these first uniforms. Like, these are literally just their first outfits of the movie. They spent a lot of time in different outfits, so I'm really disappointed with that. Hopefully it comes later on, but like I said, they never ever do that, so I doubt it. But let's talk about the actual cosmetics that we have themselves. Actually, first, I'll mention one more thing, because I am pretty salty about this. No derpy cosmetic. I really hope that they would add him as like a glider that you can surf on top of as he runs through the sky, just like it happens in the movie. Unfortunately, no. We just still have not gotten many gliders with the collabs recently. I don't know. It's just really sad, because Derpy is such an iconic part of the movie. They did, bring him into the game with the Void Oni mask. There's also a statue of him, but it's just not enough in my opinion. Yeah. So what do we have here? We got the bundle, which is 3,500 V-Bucks, kind of a lot of money in my opinion. But Rumi, she looks great. Looks exactly like I remember her from the movie. Her hair is a little bit less full. It maybe could be a little bit more purple. But overall, I think her outfit looks great. Yeah, pretty spot on. Some people have said like her eyes are too far apart. I mean, I could maybe see that, but I still think it looks like her. So it's good with me. Then we got the Ramyan back blings, of course. I really don't like to sell back blings separately now, but I've talked about that plenty of times, so I won't really touch on that. I just think it's too much money when you're buying the back bling and the skin now. But yeah, it looks exactly like it does from the movie. Really cool. This was kind of a no-brainer for a back bling for them. Then we got her sword, which looks great. Yeah, I wonder if this has any reactivity or anything like that. Haven't got to test it out. There's a swing animation. Looks pretty cool there. Good contrail and effect, splash effect. Then you've got Zoe, who I thought low-key looked chopped in the render, but in-game she looks amazing. That looks exactly like I remember her. Very nice, very nice. Her pants, I feel like the greenish yellow part could have been more yellow, because I don't think it's supposed to be that green, but maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I don't really find it to be a bother. The Lego style looks pretty cool. Speaking of Lego style, Rumi's, nice. Then you've got Zoe's Ramyan. Hers is really funny. She's got a Uncle Sam hat on. That looks nice. Then you got her Shinkal. I really like these pickaxes. It's really cool. Yeah. Same as Rumi's, like splash and contra and whatnot. Then you got her emote that I mentioned earlier. Looks a lot better on her skin. Unfortunately, you can't view it on her skin unless you buy it, which is stupid. Epic, we need to change that. Then Mira, in my opinion, looks the best out of all of them. Her hair has some great physics, and she looks just spot on. Like, that's exactly what I remember her looking like. Great skin overall. Her back bling, this is the extra spicy one, so this will be an item in game. And then you've got her Gakdo, or however you say that. Pretty cool. Really like the effects on that. And yeah, so that's it for the KPop Demon Hunters collab in terms of cosmetics. Really cool overall. And the last thing I'll touch on in terms of that is they did make some really cool map changes. So I believe, I'm not 100% sure on this, but here's an image of the map. Maybe it'll help you piece it together. I haven't gotten into the game to actually play it, but they changed Demon's Domain to Dreamy Domain, I believe. And that's supposed to be like a purple forest area, kind of like Night Shift forest. And then somewhere on the map, I think there's some more like KPop Demon Hunter assets. I think it might be Outlaw Oasis, where they have a derpy statue and some other cool things. I'll throw some pictures on screen if I can find them. I didn't do my research before the video. Sorry about that, guys. I just really wanted to get this out for you. But yeah, also in terms of map changes, they removed all the bugs. So that's kind of crazy. We defeated them during downtime, I guess. The Megazord did. I usually don't really like when they do that, but there is dialogue suggesting that they ran away from a bigger threat. And I find it really cool when different fictional medias introduce threats by having like a smaller threat run away from them, like kind of build up their aura. I think that's pretty cool. but I do feel like it was a little bit lazy writing, especially with how this just happened with Doom. Like we saved Doom, or we defeated Doom, and then the island rebuilds. Every time there's a villain in the story, we defeat them immediately. I kind of want a villain to win one of these times, but yeah, bugs are gone. A lot of the OXR stuff is gone. The Swarm Strike, the Lead Spitter. Interesting to remove the entire theming of the season halfway through. But, hopefully Fortnite Mares kind of brings this new threat and really an entirely new vibe. I've heard it already does feel like a new season with all the KPop Demon Hunter stuff, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, one more thing about the map. They also changed the storm to be Honmoon pattern, which is really cool in my opinion. But yeah, so that's all for map changes and that sort of thing. Now I wanted to talk about one last thing, and it's just going to be the OG pass. Kind of give my review on it. I've already seen it, but a lot of people are hating on this one. They're hating on the skins, and me, myself, I actually was hating on the skins when I first saw that render leak, but in-game they look a lot better than I thought they did, so let's go through it. So first of all, you got Calamity here. I think her outfit is a lot worse than her original one. It just doesn't have as much aura. I really like her pants. I think those are called chaps or something like that. I like that you can see like her skin underneath those two. Just unique. And then, I'm not the biggest fan of her white tank top, crop top thing here, but it looks alright. Also, don't know why she has a COVID mask on. I feel like that's a little bizarre. It should have just been like another handkerchief or, face covering. That's cooler. But her hair looks good. Her hat looks pretty cool. And overall, it's not a bad skin. Her wrap is pretty alright as well. I don't really care about wraps that much. Back bling, I don't think it's a reskin, so that's a plus. There's not a whole lot of reskin stuff, if I'm correct. Then she has a steak whittling emote where she just whittles a steak very quickly. Really cool. I think she's like vampire themed or something like that. So, unique concept, appropriate for the timing. Her glider is this Raven, which I think is a completely original glider, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, you guys correct me down in the comments. But yeah, it looks like a really cool glider. I really like that. Oops, I just exited out of it. And then she's got her hunter's stake and hammer. So she's hunting vampires, it seems, with that stake. This contrail is really cool. Longhorn's Curse. I really like that. And then different color style. Barely changes. It's like bronze now. His backbling looks cool, though. And great artwork by Afu-chan here. I love that. It's my favorite Fortnite loading screen artist. Fully dark Raven style with that bronzish gold. Really awesome. And then here's that fully blacked out style. I really like this one. I think her outfit is best when it's dark. Now with like that big white crop top in the middle. This looks really great. Also, I noticed that she has her like smoke aura, which I didn't really realize until just now. So glad they kept that as a design choice for her. Here's Yondar 3000's contrail equalizer, their music notes, so it's pretty creative. That stuff. Glider is creative, but it's still a basic glider, so I don't really care about that. Back bling is alright. Wrap is eh. These pickaxes are pretty cool, honestly really unique. I like it. It's like turntable discs. And then here's the skin itself. So this is a very different take on DJ Yonder. Looks interesting. He's got a nose ring and some dreads. Reminds me a lot of the Daft Punk Discovery outfits. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool that he's come out at the same time as Daft Punk because he gives very much Daft Punk vibes with that visor and those cables coming out the back of his head. I think it's okay. I think the other ones are better though. And then this emo I actually really like. Turn the tables. You got some llamas dancing and him doing some other dance moves. And you got this super cool beat. Overall, it goes on for a really long time and is really unique. I really like it. It's a good dance emote. Then you've got green style for his cosmetics. Meh. Great artwork here. More turntables, the green style. I kind of like this green style. I just think it's too much of the same color. Got the back bling. Then yeah, there's the skin. I do think I prefer this one though. I kind of like this actually. And then you got my favorite skin of the past, Warwolf Dire. Not werewolf, Warwolf. This emote is great. Really unique, really cool. Does some moves and then howls at the moon. Yeah, I really like that. Super cool back bling. Fang of the Blood Moon. I wish it was a little bit bigger. But his skin and his back bling look great. Love this contrail as well. It's going to go so good with so many Fortnite mirror skins. I believe this glider is a reskin, unfortunately, but it still looks pretty cool. He has nunchucks to the pickaxe. Looks great. Yeah, his skin overall just looks phenomenal. And what they did, which is really cool, is they gave Calamity all of her color styles as well as this guy. So you have the different options for the colors like they had in Chapter 6. So he's got his brown wolf and then his gray wolf. You can also change the colors of the accents, like those blues that you're seeing up here in this style and the red that you're seeing in this style. You can change all those colors as well. Then we got this page, green version of that glider. You also get, oh, that's nice. You get a version to match each style. Love that. That's going above and beyond. Loading screen, more nunchucks. This style looks great. I love that green with that white and the bluish gray. Super cool. Back bling for that style. Wrap looks great. I actually really like that. It's really clean. And then, yeah, here's the final style. This one is my personal favorite. Like, look at that color scheme. That is beautiful. I love that muzzle mask. Overall, really great Dire remix. Everybody was hating right away. I think this is a phenomenal OG pass, to be honest. Might be one of the weaker ones, just in terms... I don't think the Calamity skins really lived up to it, or the Yondar. But the Calamity one's not bad. Yondar is eh. But yeah, the Dire is perfect, in my opinion. So, really solid. And I feel like there's only a few reskin cosmetics, like the glider. Let me know if there's any more reskins. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the cosmetics, all the collabs that we're getting in the future. What do you think about the Demon Rush mode, and anything else we just talked about? Let me know what you think about this OG pass. Make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing. It's been Oski, and peace out.